Let's talk about signs of a bad swimming pool builder so that you're able to maybe see these signs for yourself and avoid a situation where you hire the wrong person to install a swimming pool for you. So, what should you be looking for? And I mean, like in specific, what should you be looking for? Okay, so the first thing that I'm looking for when I'm trying to weed out somebody that I don't want to do business with for my swimming pool installation, are they late to the appointments that we set? If I set a 2 p.m. appointment and we're both confirmed, 2 p.m., see you then. 2 p.m. comes and goes. 5 minutes grace time for a watch, which is not set properly. It's not even an excuse, but like 5 minutes grace time. 2:06, if I haven't heard from you, probably I'm not hiring you to build my swimming pool. And maybe you shouldn't either. And here's why. First of all, that person, whoever they are, has a supercomputer they carry in their pocket. They could just say it out loud, like, call whoever, and it'll start dialing your number. Like, it's really easy I mean, you could miss the appointment. Oh, I'm late. There's a traffic jam. Some other thing beyond my control, which is reasonable, has happened, but the point at which they do not communicate that to you in a timely fashion, they are now not respecting your time. They're not respecting my time. 2:06 and you haven't called me, you're not at my house, you don't respect my time, and my time is valuable. So let's not even waste each other's time. You can just stay wherever you are. Don't bother calling me. You're not building my swimming pool. The time and date where like you could show up late with a very hat in hand apology, and it was, if it seemed genuine, you would let it slide. Like, I just don't. What's your argument? Like, how come you did you forget your phone? Like, is that your argument? I forgot my phone and I'm stuck in traffic. Begrudgingly, because I give second chances, I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt. I'd probably accept your apology. But the reality is that if I see a phone in your hand, you should have just called me. You should have informed me, hey, I'm late. I'm not going to be there at 2 o'clock. You know you're not going to be there. You're stuck in traffic on the freeway somewhere. Give me a call and let me know and respect my time. And if you don't, that shows me that you are not a good pool builder. And like, let's say maybe you're a great pool builder, but you're not a good business person and you don't have respect for me. And if I'm gonna give you one to $200,000 for a swimming pool, you better bet I want respect. I want you to respect my time. I want you to respect my money. This relationship better not feel funny to me in any way, or I am not going to be doing business with you. That's just too much money. There's like crazy amounts of money on the line here. And I'm just not willing to risk it because, further to the fact that it's the money, you're building this massively expensive thing and then bolting it to probably the most expensive, most important thing you own, which is your home. So moving on, what else is a sign of a crappy pool builder? Well, the truck they drive tells me a lot. I mean, some companies are very big, and once they're that big, usually the person selling you the swimming pool isn't the person building you the pool. Usually it's the owner of the company or a professional salesperson who has been hired to do exclusively that job. Meet and greet and schmooze and no pricing and no square footage and calculations, and can kind of get you to sign a deal right then and there. That's who's normally selling a pool for a larger company. For a smaller company, often you deal directly with the person who's going to be digging the hole, so to speak. If you're a salesperson and that's all you do and you drive like a car or a small vehicle or something inappropriate for heavy construction, I'll let it slide. I guess you're being green driving around in a small vehicle because you're only doing sales. You're not building a pool. If you're the guy building me the pool or the person building me the pool and you show up in, I don't know, like a compact car, something like that, and you have all your tools in the trunk of the car, I'm like, this is not a cabinet or a ceiling fan I'm having you hang. This is a swimming pool I'm having you install. It's gigantic. It's expensive. I want to see you driving probably a pickup truck or a service van. Those are kind of like my two spectrums. And you know what I want to see also? I want to see decals on those vehicles. I want to see you proud of your affiliation to this company that you are working for or company that you represent. Nondescript vehicles which are not really purposeful for like specifically for the purpose of building pools. Like, I wonder, are you just a part timer in the industry? Is building pools your primary thing? Because if it is, I tell you this, pools are expensive. And so by the time you've built your third pool, you have enough money to buy a nice truck. Why you driving around in some crappy truck leaking oil on my driveway with rust all over the place without any deckling or anything representing your company? Why you doing that after you've been in business for a number of years? That doesn't make any sense to me as the homeowner. You should be driving a nice truck. It represents your company. Like, you should spend the money on that. You shouldn't be leaking oil. Your truck shouldn't look like it's, just salvaged from the local auto recycler. Like, it should look good. You should look good. The whole package should be presentable. And because pools are so expensive, like, I don't want to be exclusive and be like, oh, you got to drive some crazy expensive vehicle to do business with me. But we're talking about crazy expensive stuff. We're talking about swimming pools. They're a couple $100,000. Yeah, drive a nice truck. I expect you to drive a nice truck. And if you don't, that is a sign of a bad pool builder to me. So, what else is a sign of a bad pool builder? I'll tell you what, this is probably the number one thing. They want too large of an upfront deposit. There's no barrier to entry to call yourself a pool builder, unlike being an electrician, a plumber, even a general contractor in most areas requires licensing and testing. And most places don't require that for pools. So you could just put on a hat that says pool builder, and now you are a pool builder. And the problem is that this allows unqualified or underqualified people in the industry to represent themselves as, a legitimate option when you're looking to have a pool built. A sure sign of a company that doesn't have their handle on their finances is a company that wants way too much money up front. I definitely recognize that giving a deposit to show that you are serious as a homeowner, and the contractor should go ahead and allot that time for your job because you are serious. I totally get that. And in some areas there's stipulations about how much a deposit can be. But other than those areas where you're governed as to how much it can be, some places will just be like, oh yeah, here's the job. It's 100 grand. And I'm gonna go ahead and need 75,000 today. Like, certified check or like briefcase full of money, up to you, like 75,000 today. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is way too much money. Like 5%, 10%, 15%. There are reasons why you could need to spend a handsome amount of money. And let me think of an example. You're ordering a custom thing for only your pool. It's shaped, measured to fit only your pool. Okay, before I order that thing, I want all of the money. However much my cost is on that thing, not what I'm charging you, but whatever my cost is on that thing, I want it fully before I'll order it. Because once I order it, it's mine. If you just call me and be like, I changed my mind, it's like, well, what do I do with it? It only fits your swimming pool. So I need to know that I have that cost covered. And then maybe I could look at it in the situation like, well, I just lose the time that I spent dealing with you. I can do that. I can accept it, swallow that loss, and just move on. But I don't want to be on the hook for many thousands of dollars for some custom thing that you ordered that fits only your pool, and for whatever reason you changed your mind. So there are times where you could justify a higher than normal deposit in order to secure your position with this contractor. But typically speaking, somebody asking for too much money up front or an unreasonable amount of like front end loaded money, that's the sign of a bad pool builder. So that would be a red flag for me. Okay, so meat and potatoes here, getting right down to it. How do we vet these people? How do you know who is a bad contractor or who you shouldn't be hiring to build your swimming pool? So let's talk about references. You probably are aware, like, you're going to need references from whoever you're hiring. Like, presumably you want to see something that they've built that, is a swimming pool. Like, if you say, hey, build me this pool, and they're like, great, here's 3 references for people I built fences for. I would say, great, do you have 3 people whom you have built swimming pools for? And here's what you want to see when it comes to references. You want to see local and you want to see a similar project. So whatever you're having built, it's going to fit a certain profile. It's either going to be a basic pool package, it's going to be a really big pool, or it's going to be fancy with bells and whistles and automations. Whatever pool package yours is, that person or contractor should be able to provide you with references for a similar pool, similar to what you're asking for. Not a pool which is different. You ask for a bells and whistles pool, they're like, oh, cool. Here's like a plain Jane pool I built in your area. Okay, okay, great. It's a starting point. Uh, But show me one of these fancy ones. Like I asked you for a big waterfall. Show me the waterfalls which you have built. And they might show you some waterfall pictures, and you would say, no, no, I want to see like in person. I want to talk to the people that you built these waterfalls for. The less their ability to satisfy that question, like let's say I've got nothing for you. I don't have anybody you can speak to that I built a waterfall for. I don't think that person's the person to hire to build your waterfall. Or if they show you, or if they show you pictures and nothing else, they're like, here's pictures of waterfalls I might be able to build. I wouldn't go for that either. It should be local to you and it should be similar to what you're looking to build. And the closer it is to likeness of the project that you're looking at, and the closer it is to you physically, it's not 3 towns over or in 7 states away, like, it's in your neighborhood, it's just like the project that you're looking at. Yeah, give me, like, 3 to 5 of those references. I'll call a couple of them, and then that should be a good way to vet out these contractors to determine who is good and who is not good. The reason why I'm asking for a couple extra references is, everybody has a friend who could be like, "Oh yeah, Jim Bob Pools, they built me the best pool ever. What was it like?" Oh yeah, whatever yours was like. That's exactly what it was like, and I loved it. It's conceivable that that could happen. The more references they provide for you, if they give you 5 references or 10 references and invited you to contact 3 of them, here's 10 references for pools like the one you have requested in your immediate area. If you would like to contact 1, 2, or 3 of these people, perhaps we could even arrange to go and look at one if there's, if something that you want to see in particular. That would be a great thing. Those are all really good signs for me. If a person doesn't have any local references, can't show me or take me to projects similar to what I'm requesting from them, that's not a good sign. That's a red flag for me and probably somebody that I'm not hiring to build my swimming pool. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can check out my website, swimmingpoolsteve.com.